Hello, Grace Church family. This is Pastor Tim, and this is an Extra Insights video about our 10 More Miles series. That series of messages took place in the middle part towards the end of January and then the very beginning of February. It was an important series for us, not that all of the things that are shared in Grace aren't important at some level, but it was important specifically because I really felt like the 10 More Miles messages pointed us to our future as a church family. And those weeks culminated with a time where we as a congregation came forward and we placed initials on the boards that you can see behind me, representing people's lives that we're wanting God to touch. We filled out cards that look like this. This one's mine, what I'm believing God for. And then we put initials on these boards to kind of focus our attention in prayer and in faith as we move into this year. If you didn't get a chance to be able to participate and to put initials on, or even to hear all of those messages, to fill out one of these cards, we don't want to leave you behind. This idea that we are like the Israelites, covering the last 10 miles of that journey to the promised land, to the Jordan River, that's who we are. That's where we're going, and that's what we're going to be talking about all throughout this year. We're going to continue to refer to it. If you didn't get a chance to participate, we want you to be able to do so. We're going to have blank cards, the ones we filled out just a few weeks ago, here on the chalkboards, and you can take one of those. You can fill that out. This is mine. It's in my Bible, so it reminds me to pray for these dear folks that I'm wanting to see come to Jesus. But of course, this year, as we're focusing on these last 10 miles, it's not just salvation. It's seeing people healed and restored and set free. The areas of their lives that have just been devastated being put back together with the good news of the gospel and the work of the Holy Spirit. So we're contending for a lot more than only, as if it's a small thing, for people to come to Christ. Of course, that's the greatest miracle of all. That's the greatest exhibition of grace in the universe. But we're believing for even more. We're believing for every area of people's lives to be touched. And so we want you to be part of what we're doing and where we're focused as we step into the Jordan, as we begin to see God do miraculous things. You know, we prayed oftentimes during the series and since then for the Lord to do it again. That's what we are contending for, that in our generation, just as we're seeing things like the Asbury University revival and other things breaking out around the globe, we are wanting to be a part of that. We are wanting to see God do in this generation what He has done in the past, and we want you to be a part of that. So, whenever you're around Grace at our services or in the building, there will be blank copies of these cards up front. And of course, on the back, there'll be a little piece of blue painter's tape. Remember, on the floor, we had that painter's tape that symbolized stepping over the Jordan. This one I put on here for this because the one that came with it is in my office on a picture frame, so that every time I look at that picture frame, I'm reminded to pray and to contend for these dear folks. So I just want you to be with us. I don't want you to be left out. I want you to move forward. If you didn't get a chance to watch the messages, please do. We are moving together as a Grace Church family into an excellent and preferred future. I'm excited about what God's doing in our congregation, and I'm grateful that you're a part of that. May the Lord bless you richly.